Well, I bet you I caught you off guard today. I bet you I really got you off guard today. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Let's see who's first. Oh, let's see. Hobson's first. Mm-hmm. Skeevy second. Mars third. Hmm. Right on. How is it going? Yes, you are. Everybody else is late. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. How's it going? Well, good evening. We're not in the bunker. Um, this is a custom-made rig I got set up in the middle of this little mini forest I got going on. Isn't that light good? Oh, that light's really good, isn't it? It looks really good. That's really bright. Hmm. Now, today's going to be a little bit different of a live stream. This is going to be about um, basically I'm going to be having a little chatty do with people that have engineering minds. I mean, if you don't, not that I'm anyone, I'm no one, but if you have a mechanical mind or if you have some sort of mechanical aptitude, or you can envision things before you do it, um, or you can kind of see how things could be or how things can go, or engineering type background, or physics, math, electronics, electricity, and low voltage, then this is for them. Everybody else, if you want to participate, fine. I have no degree in any of those. I do have experience in telecommunications for 21 years as both installation on the hardware, and then at the end of my cycle of experience was software and programming. AI, I'm not interested in AI. Artificial intelligence cannot compete with natural intelligence, in my personal opinion. Not yet. So basically, that's who the people I'll be talking to today. Now, the reason why I'm doing this outside, and to prove to you I'm outside, this here is dirt. That'd be kind of hard to do. I guess I could, have a bunch of dirt in my room, but I just wouldn't do it because Miss Monograph would, I want to live. And, when Miss Monograph's she's such a good housekeeper, she would be very pissed off if I put dirt in my room, let me tell you. So, I mean, we could start a fire. I mean, I'm not playing, I'm really out in the middle of nowhere. And I just grab wood at all kinds of different sticks. I can go get you a big stick, but whatever. Doesn't even matter. So, what I'd like to talk about today has nothing to do with politics. It has nothing to do with current events, none of that garbage. This has to do with truly trying to change the freaking world. And I mean it. Now, you guys have seen me fail tons of times with predictions and this and that and so on and so forth, maybe ideas. And you've seen it, and I've admitted it, and I have admitted it. And so what? You're not going to succeed at anything if you give up and you quit. I'm not a quitter. Does that make sense? Like today, when I set up this thing today, I said to Miss Monograph, "This is what I'm going to do," and she's like, "Are you sure that's going to work?" Then I set this thing all up, and I said, "Okay, you go ahead and turn it on." She goes, "Holy smokes! How do you see that? How do you see the finished product before you even do it? It doesn't even make sense." See, I don't know how I do it. You know how you do it. Because if you have an analytical mind or if you have some sort of vision, you can see things before you initiate the process of, you know, um, let's say not accountability, that's the wrong word, but say execution. You can see it before it even works, right? Yeah, you know before it even works that it's going to work. So the reason why I'm calling this video High Five is because we've done all of the mathematical calculations. We've done all of the engineering calculations and the degrees, because you know you got to have degrees, like degrees as far as distance, and then meters, and then how many centimeters, and then this and that and the other, before you get some sort of equation of what to work with. Now, this is what I'm asking. I'm asking 200 people, 200 people, 200 people that see this video for $5. I'm $816 short for my city in a suitcase experiment, the experiment of a lifetime. Okay? Now, I'm not going to make any guarantees because that'd be stupid. However, you all know that I'm worth a popsicle stick and a shoestring. That is not a lie. This isn't a scam. If you think it's a scam, put your comments down below. So, what are you going to get for your $5? I'm going to do a live presentation of the city in the suitcase. It will be presented live. Either it'll be the funniest hysterical failure you've ever seen of all your life, and we'll make the biggest jokes of all time too, or it'll be the biggest success of all time. Now, why would it be of all time? Because these dirty, rotten billionaires are running around and swinging around their schlongs and their jets and their Mercedes-Benz and all of their freaking carbon gobbling freaking mechanisms, but yet they want to blame you and they want to charge you for the carbon tax. They're the biggest, people that violate the carbon tax. This nonsense that they've been burping out of their mouths since about 1984. Okay? And what people don't understand is we're coming extremely close to the electronic panopticon that I've been trying to warn you about. Okay? And I told you I wasn't going to. Oh, here's the thing. Oh, wait. Hold on. I gotta make Sig. Look, you know what I need to do? Don't give me this $5 on YouTube. Please don't do it. The reason why YouTube takes 30%, I can say that legally. That's not violating any, clause. I'm going to give you a PayPal account. And the reason why PayPal only takes 3%, YouTube takes 30%. I got to wait 30 days to get it. Does that make sense? Every dollar will be allocated for. In other words, when I get the city in the suitcase and all the materials it's going to take, because I need to custom make things. So I'm going to have screws, and I have to have aluminum, and then I got to have, raw materials to make what I need to make. Does that make sense? Please don't give it to me on YouTube. I'm asking you, please don't. Okay? I'd rather do the PayPal because they only take 3%, and it goes into my account immediately. So that way you just say, Miss Monograph, I need this. Can you do that? Here's a reimbursement. Everything's allocated for. Does that make sense? Because it'll take 30 days to do it. Please don't do that. I'm just saying. I'm not asking. Listen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait 24 hours. And on the community page on the Monograph channel, I'm going to give everybody an update. In other words, if I wake up tomorrow morning and there's $890 in there, I'm going to put a notation as soon as I wake up and say, look, I've already made it. Please don't send any more. Does that make sense? I'll update on my October Rains channel too as well. Now, let me get back to what I was saying. I'm not selling you nothing. So keep this in your head. I'm not selling you anything. All right? We're talking 200 people at $5 each. That's $800. All right? I'm $816 shy of what I need to be to get it done, to get the experiment done. Now, what does this mean? 33 years ago, I had this idea about the city in the suitcase. This is not a lie. I went to the National Resources Institute over here in Colorado, in Golden, Colorado, and met with a bunch of physicists. And the guy looked at me and he said, this is ridiculous. Your idea is trash. Get on down the road. And I'm thinking, well, how would he know it's trash so early in the game when I could barely just burp out a couple of sentences? Okay, well, on my way I went. But the problem was technology had not caught up with my thought. However, in 2022, technology did catch up. But here's the thing, I just found out about it last week. This is why I put up the City in the Suitcase video last week. It sure is. I was unaware that the technology has caught up with my thinking. So after doing numerous calculations, checking, rechecking, checking, and rechecking, this is what the information is so far. I figured out a way through 3 different scenarios, through 3 different prototypes. 2, I'm 90% sure it's going to work. 1, I'm praying it'll work. Because if it really does work, that means, according to you guys, that between 87 and 97% of the population in the United States possesses a smartphone. And if that is the case, ladies and gentlemen, you just can't imagine what that would mean. If it works on the cell phone side, oh my gosh, you can't imagine, okay? Because this is the way technology has worked all of our lives, and you know I'm not lying. And anybody that wants to dispute my claims as far as the patent and as far as the copyrighters go in the United States and abroad, nationally and internationally, please make your statements. But this is the way it works, at least in the United States. If I come up with an invention, I have to give all my mechanical drawings into the patent office. And it's preferable that I would hire an attorney. An attorney is going to drag his feet and take forever. To get a national patent could take between 2 to 5 years. To get an international patent, it would take 10 years. International patent costs between $10,000 and $100,000. It is just a pain in the ass, okay? The only people that are going to honor those copyrights or honor those patents will be the United States or the 14 Eyes nations, which is all of Europe, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and maybe some of the South American countries. All of Asia doesn't give a flying nothing about your patents. They don't care. As soon as they get the formula, they're going to make it en masse and sell it right back to you. Even the inventor for pennies on the dollar. That's the way it works. And I know this. Not only that is the problem, but you have individuals like Martin Marietta, Raytheon, individuals with the CFR or the intelligence agencies throughout the entire world. They're combing over all of the patents. And as soon as they see something, just anything that is considered unpatentable, they're going to call you up on the phone and say, we're going to give you $10 million for this. We're going to give you $1 million. We're going to give you a couple of toenail shavings and a bucket of ice cream. And you better say yes, because if you don't, you're probably going to have a dirt nap. How many times have we heard of this happening? Over and over and over again. The most frightening thing that could happen is if you come up something that is so freaking brilliant, you are in big trouble. Because then the government or the governments associated with the individual or the citizen that came up with the idea could technically make it a national, in other words, a national security issue and ban it, just presto. These are not lies. These are the way it works. This is the way reality works. However, try to imagine this, ladies and gentlemen. You have Elon Musk. I already proved it to you in that video. Elon Musk is running around the world talking about carbon tax. He has been since 2015. Bill Gates has been running his mouth about the carbon tax. Al Gore, who is one of the co-founders of the internet, along with Tim over there at the what's his last name? I'm trying to remember the guy that helped invent the internet, the Englishman. These guys have been running their mouths about the carbon tax when he was vice president of the United States. John Kerry, there's another one, another billionaire. an heir to the Heinz Corporation, right? He's running his mouth as well, talking about the carbon tax. You got to pay for a carbon tax. Why? For what reason? What people don't understand is please go check on May 7th of 2025. The Real ID Act is coming to fruition to all states within the Union. Any state that is not up to snuff of the Real ID Act means that those citizens are going to have a passport to travel to local states within the United States. How ridiculous is that? What I'm trying to say to you is, out of all these different states, there's around 46 different airports that will allow you to use what is called digital ID through your cell phone to verify and authenticate that you are you through using your driver's license digitally to identify yourself. But ladies and gentlemen, the whole thing is a bunch of BS alert. The reason why is because of the biometrics, the W band, and the facial recognition that has been put in almost every single airport in the United States. Not all of them, but I'm going to say at least 85%. So they already know who you are. All of this stuff about, oh, you got to show your ID and give me your, your insurance card. It's all a game. It's all about this, baby. They can tell you just like that who you are through facial recognition, retina scan, biometrics, W band. It's a joke. All of it's a scam. Matter of fact, they have it set up as far as the digital ID that as long as you have it on your Google Wallet, your Apple Wallet, your Solana Wallet, then it's all good. See how that works? They're bringing in the cryptocurrency because it's in the fintech applications and or educational books when people try to get their CMAs and their CPAs. It's right there. Crypto is going nowhere. You got that? But everything is going to be interconnected with the Web3. The reason why I'm making mention of all of this is don't think for a second that I'm coming out here on some sort of secret parameter. I'm in the woods and I got my ghillie suit on and nobody knows where I'm at. You're going to be wrong about that. The government knows exactly where I'm at to a square centimeter where I sit. And they know where you're at. And all your little VPNs and all your little garbage, it's a joke. It's a yawner. And I know this, and you should know it by now. My point is this. You're not going to confiscate 97% of all the cell phones in the United States in conjunction with another thing. If the people really want something bad enough, how are you going to outlaw cell phones? You're not going to do it. You can't. So if the cell phone, what I'm trying to say is the average cell phone will last 56 hours. You got that? 56 hours. That's a long time, right? But for the application that I'm going to use it for, if it works on the cell phone side, would be 20 hours. In other words, what I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to attempt to do here, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm asking 200 people for $5. That's it. 200 people for $5 each. That's it. Okay? To do this experiment live with 2 prototypes, maybe 3, but at least 2. What will it prove? What am I aiming to prove? First of all, there will be 0 carbon emissions, none. Try to imagine that. These guys are whining about carbon. Okay. You don't have any carbon emissions, but you got power there, Sonny. Now, how in the hell would that be possible? I figured it out. I figured it out 33 years ago. But see, I'm just saying technology finally caught up. Now I got it. That's all I'm just trying to prove. All I got to do is prove to you that it works, and that's it. I'm going to have it set up where there's going to be a digitized reader of the power being emitted and the power being used. I'll have a fan set up or a light set up or whatever I got going on. And it's all about free energy. I'm all about the free energy. And you know and I know regardless of what nation you're from. That's the FBI. They've been flying over. Hey, FBI, what's going on, guys? They'll be flying over all freaking night here, buddy. I'll tell you what. Same guys, same plane, whatever. Doesn't even matter. You think I'm paranoid, but I'm really not paranoid. These guys really love me. But anyway, all I'm just trying to say is, what I'm trying to say is this. Energy is everything to these knuckleheads. Because the electric wire, in other words, this invention, there's not going to be any need for any electric wire to ever be strung on any pole ever again. There will be no need for a coal electric plant. There will be no need for a nuclear power plant. There will be no need for a dam, hydroelectric, none of that. There'll be no need to have any sort of electric wire going to your house from an outside source. It can be all done in the middle of a forest with pristine light and pristine power, the cleanest power ever invented. I know that's a pretty bold statement, but I can damn well prove it. And I'm just asking for 200 people to help me prove it. That's all. And I'm sure a lot of people are recording this. Listen, don't give me the $5 here, please don't. I'm just begging you, don't be doing it here. I'll give you a PayPal, okay? Or explain to you why don't do that, please, okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm sure there's tons of people recording this right now. They're making copies of it. It's gonna be the biggest laugh of all time. Monty, you're gonna make yourself look like a fool. We're gonna have to see about that. We'll see how that works out. We'll see how that works. Okay, well, it'd be worth $5 to you to sit there and run my damn video right in my nose for the rest of my life. Okay, you just go ahead and do that. But I tell you what's gonna happen when it doesn't work out that way? Then what you gonna do? I tell you what you're gonna do here. Let me take off my glasses so I can look you in the eye. I tell you what's gonna happen. Those 200 people, you're gonna have your names all over this crap if you want it. You want to bet on that? Because anybody that's ever known me in life knows that I'm a loyal man, and if I give you my word, it's good. Right? See how that works? You keep that in mind. I'm just telling you. Not that I'm anyone, I'm nobody. But if this works, buddy, try to imagine how much power the people really will have. Isn't that neat? Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do. They do there, Susan. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and go. But this is very important. It's important to everybody. This is the way it was going to work. I'll give you a rundown briefly so I can go because Miss Monograph, she's making me some cookies and I just ate a couple of them just now, but I need to get back in. This is how it's going to work. Once that money has been raised, if it has been raised, it might not be raised. Maybe people will be like, "Oh no, money, you've lost it. That's it. Forget it. I'm unsubscribed." And I'll be like, "Okay, well, take 70,000 people with you. It'd be all right." Because this isn't about popularity contest. This is about people that want to be entertained. So once the two prototypes are put together, I will immediately do a live stream under these conditions where the light will be pristine, buddy. Sure will be. And you'll be able to see it from every angle to make sure there's no cheating going on. I'll give you not the brand name, like the name of the instrument that I'm starting out with, and then the modification. Then I'll give you the degrees. I'll give you the formula. I'll give you the mathematics. I'll give you all of the very detailed schematics of everything. Once that test is completed, whether it's successful or it's not successful, then I will show you the entire innards of the application, what it took to make the application, what it took from start to finish. Every last dollar will be accounted for. It sure will be, because I want to make damn good and skippy sure that everybody knows this isn't a game. And then I'll be able to let you know where to get everything you want, to do it yourself if you damn well choose. Now, I'm telling you what, ladies and gentlemen, if this, I talked to Miss Monograph about this. This is really not funny. She is a little concerned because she's like, I'm concerned that this really might work there, Monty. And if it really does, well, you're going to piss off a lot of dudes, man. Like a lot. Like money that you think a couple of billions big money. You think a couple of hundred billions big money. You think trillions is big money. No, you're pissing off beyond trillions, buddy. If this really works, Monty, she's worried that I'd be in danger. But you know what my attitude is? I don't give a flying nothing, because I look at it like this. So many people all over the world have been putting their ass up in the air, right? Have been putting their asses up in the air to be bought out, to be taken advantage of, be taken out but not to lunch. When is somebody going to make a stand and just say, you know what? You wanted carbon free? Well, here you go, baby. Now take that. See how that works? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not afraid. I told her I'm not afraid. I don't care what they do. Now, if they take me out but not to lunch, I can't really help that. It's not free will. It wouldn't be my free will. It wouldn't be my decision. That'd be somebody else's decision. But I tell you what, man, I'm gonna see this thing through. If they don't like it, oh well. Don't know what to tell you. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's a big ball of wax. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and go. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave my PayPal account in the pinned comment of the Monograph pin comment. I'm not gonna put it in the description. I don't like doing that. I'm just gonna put it in that thing there. I'm gonna wait 24 hours, or when I wake up in the morning or in the afternoon, whatever I'm doing, to come back from work, and then I'll update the Monograph community page, or the October, or both. Actually, I'll probably do both, or I'll put up a video saying, don't send me no more. Don't send me no more. Okay. And that's the way we're going to do this. So that way, I don't want people oversending me. Does that make sense? I mean, if you do, I can't stop you, but I'm just saying, so that way it gives everybody the chance not to do anything more. Okay? So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that is a big ball of wax. I'm Monograph, and if you can't speak freely, you're simply not free. Have a good one. Thank you.